Has become a lot more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. What is going on here? Welcome to youtube.com/DanielGuys412. It's been a long time since I've done one of these videos here.
Maybe what you would have liked.
But it's great to be back up here on YouTube.
Smackdown, right?
I missed you guys. Talking about professional wrestling.
Steve on the show.
A live chat will be open throughout the entire review. So as we go through this Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which was certainly unique, to say the least, in more than one way. We had a total of 8 matches on this card, which took place from the WWE Performance Center, and for the first time ever, and possibly only, we'll see, from Stamford, Connecticut, WWE Global Headquarters. And was the risk worth the reward? I know you guys just never get tired of hearing that, so I thought I'd say it, just one more time time.
Next up,
but Money in the Bank is in the books, and we certainly have a lot to talk about coming out of this show. So let's not waste any time here. Real quickly, I'll cover the pre-show. I did not get a chance to watch this. Jeff Hardy defeated Cesaro. Obviously, Hardy and Sheamus are feuding on the Smackdown brand. But I really haven't been watching much of Raw or Smackdown in the last number of weeks and really months since this whole pandemic began.
Take the other one's dress off in about 2 minutes. And these were two
so it is what it is. But
convincing good match.
Yeah, let's talk about
let me ask. We've never talked about this.
Money in the Bank here. The kickoff.
I mean, I guess
the show. We had Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary. We had a Fatal 4-Way tag team match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. New Day, Big E and Kofi defeated the Forgotten Sons, Miz and Morrison, and the Lucha House Party, who I thought had a nice showing in this match. Now, when I first was watching live, I wasn't really paying too much attention to this match, but I went back and watched. I was like, these 4 teams really busted their ass. Especially Lucha House Party and Miz and Morrison. Huge John Morrison fan right here. So it was great to see the Friday Night Delight. Mr. Morrison in action here. I love his entrance, his movesets, the elements of parkour that he throws into the match. But like I said, I really thought Lucha House Party looked good in this match. Grand Metalik especially, that guy can really do some amazing things in the ring when he's able to show it, when he's given the opportunity to go out there. One interesting spot in this match that I did want to point out, I don't know how many of you guys caught this. So Michael Cole said, there are no disqualifications in a Fatal 4-Way match. And then as soon as he says that, the referee throws out Jackson Riker.
Next up,
and I'm just like, and you could hear Cole. I don't know, they muted some of his audio, and Corey Graves was talking. Very awkward, very bizarre. I just thought that was funny. As soon as Cole said that, and then the referee's like, "You're out of the ring." I'm like, "It's a Fatal 4-Way match." I thought there were no whatever. You guys have no idea what you're doing. But yeah, kudos. I thought to all 4 teams. New Day retains. No real surprise here. I didn't see them losing the belts. But Big E hit the big ending on Grand Metalik. Cover 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote.
We've got Triple H.
So that was, I thought, a nice opening match. I'd say it was solid. It wasn't anything great, but solid.
Triple H hits the pedigree for the pin.
We had what was supposed to be R-Truth versus MVP. They go back and forth on the mic. Bobby Lashley's music hits. He tells MVP he has this, and then we get, for 1:40, R-Truth versus Bobby Lashley. It's a spear cover, and we are done here. That's really all she wrote. Nothing really too much to say about this. I mean, I like R-Truth, and he did afterwards tease winning back the 24/7 European 365 championship from Tom Brady. Of course, he means Rob Gronkowski. But I was like, okay, what are we doing here with Lashley? Are we trying to build him up? Are you going to pair him with MVP?
Let's have this big. You got to have a big.
I mean, if you're going to do a stable,
big show. This was a
I think an MVP pairing maybe with Bobby Lashley, Cedric Alexander, and Ricochet. Those 2 guys have been so underutilized. And I've been saying for the longest time they need a mouthpiece. So if you're going to tease this pairing with Lashley and MVP, and I feel like all 3 guys and, aren't really that good on the microphone. They're good in the ring,
It was
more so Cedric and Ricochet, but they're not. I mean, they're teaming them up. We'll see how far they go as a team. Just an idea I did want to throw out there. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this. Bayley versus Tamina was better than I thought. It certainly wasn't outstanding, but again, it's Bayley versus Tamina. I thought Bayley really did a good job here, especially antagonizing Michael Cole throughout the match. Anytime anybody gets under Michael Cole's skin, I'm just like, I just want to give that person a high five. Because it's Michael Cole, after all.
That didn't happen.
Back and forth battle, Tamina and Bayley. Bayley
probably had words.
Gets whipped into the barricade.
And
Bayley gets launched over the announcer's table. Tamina hits a super kick, Samoa drop for a kick out. Sasha Banks climbs into the ring, backs off. And that's where Bayley runs in after Tamina's chasing down Sasha. Tries for the Samoan drop. Bayley counters into the pin for the win. And then Bayley and Sasha celebrate.
Substance issue.
I wonder if we're eventually going to build towards Bayley and Sasha for SummerSlam.
So that's the reason
who knows where the hell that's going to take place. I highly doubt it's taking place in Boston, considering everything that's going on with this pandemic. Sorry, there's just
what the hell do you do?
There's really no chance that's going to happen.
He was
how can you have SummerSlam in a major metropolitan city? In the middle of everything going on here with the COVID-19 pandemic, and yes, I did say COVID because apparently on WWE, you're not allowed to say those words. It's just due to these uncertain times and certain. It's just
now
come
you
out
gotta
and say it.
In addition to that,
why high? Everybody knows what's going on.
Like I said in the very beginning,
to me, you just look foolish when you do
Triple
that.
H,
But be that as it may, Bayley versus Tamina. Match was what it was. Bayley picks up the win. No real surprise there. I'm glad they didn't drop the title. Had Bayley drop it and then just win it back from Tamina. To me, that really wouldn't have accomplished too much here. But then we had Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt for the Universal Championship, and this was Braun Strowman versus Firefly Funhouse Bray Wyatt.
Spotlight widens,
and I actually thought this match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I have been out of it when it comes to the main roster. I can't watch these shows. Raw and SmackDown and empty arenas. It just doesn't do it for me.
What do you do?
But I do, from the promo package, I was able to get caught up, and that's the nice thing. You think about it, guys. You really don't have to watch Raw and SmackDown to keep up with these feuds. They recap everything that happened for the last month in these promo packages before the match starts. So it's just like, what's the point? You're just going to get a nice condensed recap package anyway, so problem solved. So basically, they're playing up the fact of Strowman was originally in the Wyatt family, and now that little sheep is left the character shepherd.
This coming Thursday.
Wyatt,
pre-order right now. And don't forget, we've got a
Wyatt
contest going on
and Strowman go at it here. And like I said, for the match went about 11 minutes. I thought it was good. I thought they told a decent story in the ring. Battling outside the floor. Braun thrown into the announcer's table. Huskus the Pig showed up for distraction. Wyatt hit a DDT on the floor. Send Braun into the ring, clothesline, kick out 2. And then Wyatt sent Braun into the steps. And then goes up to the second rope. It's a tornado DDT. Sister Abigail. Wyatt can't believe that Strowman kicked out there. What was real interesting towards the end of the match is Wyatt kicks Strowman back out of the ring. And as Strowman gets back in, he has the sheet mask on when he first debuted. And Braun drops to his knees and does Wyatt's taunt. Bray's laughing. He's thinking, I got the whole world in my hands once again. The puppets at ringside, they're all cheering. Abby the Witch, Huskus the Pig, Ramblin' Rabbit, who did not die, who I thought was for sure he was going to die again because that's pretty much all that he does. Strowman takes off the mask, stomps on it, hits a running power slam, cover 1, 2, 3. And then as the match ends, the images of the Fiend are spliced in. So it makes me think, and it was announced at Money in the Bank, the next WWE pay-per-view event is going to be Backlash, which hasn't been done since that god-awful Backlash edition in 2018. Honestly, I think Backlash is a nice pay-per-view after WrestleMania, so I kind of wish they had Backlash and then Money in the Bank in June. I always preferred it that way. Like I said, Backlash, to me, it goes hand in hand. We've had some great Backlash pay-per-views, like Backlash 2000, which I really like to do a review when I get a chance. Might be coming here, so keep an eye on that. 20th anniversary of Backlash 2000. Going off topic here. But just reminiscing about some great times in WWF history.
Yeah, just the.
So then we have a SmackDown hacker promo. He says, "I am the truth, and no one is safe." The hacker sits before his screen as a bunch of different SmackDown stars are shown on them. This is interesting. I actually wonder what direction they're going to go with this. I don't know who the hacker could be. A lot of rumors out there that it could be Mustafa Ali. We'll see. But yeah, I thought that was real interesting. Something to take note of.
I think that there
here
was
at Money in the Bank. And for me, the best match of the night, without a doubt, Drew McIntyre defending his WWE Championship, defeating Seth Rollins, who got new ring music, I guess, to fit his Messiah gimmick. It was not good. It was not good, guys. I did not care for the Seth Rollins ring music. It was just like, no, it ain't working. It really ain't working. But be that as it may, this match here with Rollins and McIntyre, it was not good. It was not good, guys. I did not care for the Seth Rollins. And I do apologize if I had audio running in the background. I did not realize I was playing a podcast. So, yeah, not sure how that's going to affect the rest of this video, but it's been one of those days. The weather's wacky. It's 42 degrees outside in May, so I hope you guys were at least able to hear what I was saying. I do apologize for Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson talking in the background. But let's get back on track here and try and save this review. So, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. I thought this was an excellent match. I really, really do. I thought these two worked really well with each other. And I like the shit-talking that they did throughout the match. And with Rollins, just trying to throw every single thing that he had at Drew. Whether it was knees to the face, frog splash, spine buster into a jackknife pin. That was a nice counter. After Rollins hit a kick to the face and a springboard. Nobody was home. But yeah. Rollins goes up, hits superplex into a Falcon Arrow. 2 count. And towards the end of the match here, hits him with the Claymore kick. That is, McIntyre hits Seth Rollins with the Claymore kick. Cover. Retains the championship. Extends his hand out to shake Rollins. And I guess as a sign of respect, Rollins shakes his hand. So, yeah. Really kick-ass match. I wish this was in front of a crowd. Would have made it that much better. But be that as it may. Yeah. Just excellent stuff right here. And while we're at it, let's dive right into the men and women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which took place at the same time at WWE Headquarters. So Asuka shows up above all the women and splashes down on top of them, and we're off to the races. Asuka gets in an elevator, doors close, she's on her way up. Men are battling it out in the gym. Corbin took a weight, threw it into one of the mirrors, and I don't know why they just showed him just staring into the mirror like, what have I done? I just thought that was kind of odd. Otis put the weight bar down on AJ, and AJ couldn't, lift it up. And then, one of my favorite parts, Rey Mysterio runs into the bathroom, hears the flush, and who would appear but I love you, Brother Love, made a cameo. Why? What he was doing in that bathroom stall, I don't want to know. But Ray says, I love you too, but I gotta go. And then we go back to the women. And Asuka and Baszler battling it out. And then they kind of interact with the men here. Bryan, does the yes kicks onto Black. And Otis is doing the yes chants. And then Doink the Clown randomly appeared behind a chair. I was just like, what the heck? That was kind of creepy. Actually, that was really creepy. But it was great seeing a Doink cameo. Carmella get thrown into this office, and there was a briefcase hanging above, and then we had this awkward, which was clearly pre-taped, Stephanie McMahon appearing and saying, the real one is on the roof. That's the wrong briefcase. And I was like, this is kind of dumb. But I did like the AJ portion here where he had flashbacks to WrestleMania when he saw the poster of The Undertaker. Then he opened a door, and there was a room with blue lights and a casket in it. And AJ's having flashbacks to the Boneyard match. And Black hits him with Black Mass, shuts the door. Paul Heyman's sitting at a random buffet table with food. Then Otis comes in and says, we're going to have a food fight. And it's just chaos ensues. John Laurinaitis shows up. He says, people power. Otis smashes a pie in his face. And then, to me, one of the best parts, AJ and Bryan are battling, and you knew it was going to happen. You knew somebody was going to barge into Vince McMahon's office. And they barge in there. No chance in hell hits. And Vince just says, out. And they fix the chairs, and they leave. And Vince puts some hand sanitizer on, and he goes right back to work. And then we get to the roof. Asuka is the one who is able to climb the ladder. She throws Baron Corbin off, by the way, and wins the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Surprised me there. And then we had attempted murder on this show. I'm assuming there will be follow-up on Raw tonight. I would assume there would have to be. How can you not? Baron Corbin threw Rey Mysterio off the building. And he did the same to Aleister Black. Then they did a thud sound effect. Maybe hitting the lower level of the building. The point being, these two guys got thrown. Obviously, when they did and this is one thing I didn't like. When they did the aerial shot, you clearly saw the crash pad that they used. It's like, why would you do that shot? That was just... I hate when they do that, because to me it ruins the illusion. I mean, I get it. They're not really going to throw these guys off the building, but still. But as Corbin goes up to unhook the case, Elias shows up, hits Corbin over the back with a guitar. AJ goes to rip it away, and it falls down, and Otis catches Money in the Bank. And he says, yo, Mandy, I did it. So Otis and Asuka are your Money in the Bank winners. That surprised me. I thought for sure it was going to be Shayna Baszler and AJ Styles. But be that as it may, this pay-per-view, if I had to give it a grade, or more positives than negatives, I would give it a C+. And before we go off the air here, I did want to check the Twitter. Did have a poll up here. And let's see what it stands at. So for Money in the Bank, you guys gave it 70.4% thumbs up, 29.6% thumbs down, positive score. So you guys seem to enjoy Money in the Bank as well. So yeah, guys, that does it for this Money in the Bank review. I do apologize for inadvertently playing that podcast earlier. I hope you were able to hear what I was saying for at least half the review. So that's my fault. I got to do a better job of that. But thank you all for tuning in here to youtube.com/DanielGuys412. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGuys412, Facebook.com/DanielGuys412. Links can be found down below in the description box. So until my next video, guys, I do want to say thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed Money in the Bank, and I am out. I'll see you guys.